Hey, hope you're doing well. Today we are going to go over a few key gems when it comes to the initial evolutions that we will have access to on game launch. Okay. Now, before I dive in, I'm going to be comparing some of these players to Haaland, Osimhen, Kingsley Coman, and a number of other players. I'm going to show you some, when you apply some filters, you're going to see how unique some of these cards are. And these cards happen to synergize with each other. So, 3 out of 4 of them synergize with each other in terms of links. And I think it's going to be a potentially really fun way, especially for someone like me, my playstyle, to start the game. Okay. Now, before we dive in, I'm just going to mention one quick thing. The web app this year is effectively dead on release, and that's kind of totally fine because all it really means is you can't really build to like a 100K starter team or a 50K starter team or even a 20K starter team in the web app. You don't have really any coins to trade with. There's no market. The market is basically dead because of that. You don't get the welcome backpacks. So all in all, there's really nearly nothing meaningful to do in the web app. So I'm not even going to bother. There's no point in me making a video about that. Me recording my experience with the web app. You can see other creators. They do essentially nothing, to be honest, in the web app. And that's cool. You get to see it. But seeing what I've seen, I'm not going to make another video like that. I hope and expect that this will be my most insightful video so far. It's like a technical analysis of a few hidden gems. So let's dive right in. The first card I'm going to go over is in a bit of a way comparable. What's going on here? Comparable to Haaland and or Osimhen. Okay. And let me explain why. So before I do, let's take a look at the evolutions that are available to us. We have a welcome to evolutions. We'll go over each of these. Most of these. Pacey Protector, a relentless winger, which is a premium evolution costing either 50k coins or 1000 FC points. I'll explain who I'm interested with this as well. And Founder's Evolution. These golden glow up parts, part 1 and 2, are for upgrading a bronze player to I think like 80 rated or a gold player. I don't have anywhere near as much of an interest in that. I am a big fan of the silver market and silver cards for Silver Stars game mode, but I'm not bothering with this golden glow up and bronzes. That's where I draw the line. With that being said, now that there's this bit of an overview here taken care of, let's dive in. So here is the Founder's Evolution. You essentially get a +2 overall in total, and you get a +3 to a bunch of stats. Here's the total upgrades. Okay. And I just want to highlight how unique and how valuable I think actually upon further inspection this Vlahovic card is. So let's take a look. First of all, Vlahovic by default he's a lengthy striker, which is already quite rare. That in and of itself is not quite rare, but a lengthy striker who has 83 pace and 88 shooting and a 4-star weak foot and 82 dribbling and 85 physicals and the extra kind of surprise factor of being left-footed there's at this stage of the game in the very beginning, there are no cards like that essentially, with only a couple exceptions. So let's talk about those exceptions for a second. When you put in Footbin even close to those filters, those minimums, I put 80 pace, 82 physical, 86 shooting, can become a lengthy accelerate style, minimum 80 dribbling, even in all positions. And as far as the gold market and even the entire market, I'm pretty sure. Because I'm not even going to bother with like icons. It's like so out of touch for most people. I'm not even going to bother investigating icons and stuff like that right now. Or like the special versions of heroes is pointless. Haaland is the only one that comes close. Okay. Now, Haaland is a better card. Let's just make that clear for a second here. If I got to pick one of the two, obviously I would pick Haaland. It's kind of a no-brainer there. But the fact that no one else meets these criteria is very interesting to me. Now, a player that's somewhat close, I'll say this. Osimhen is, first of all, obviously he's faster, but he needs a certain chem style if you want him to be what we think will be a more meta accelerate style. Without getting too deep into the weeds here, I would for sure run Osimhen on or Hawk. Okay. But I would run Vlahovic on a Hunter. Okay, because I'm not using him to dribble. That's what my wingers are for. Okay, I'm not using him to perform skill moves. That's what my wingers are for. He finishes the plays. He scores majority of the goals. Okay, he's in front of the net finishing. So you put a Hunter on him. Look closely. He'll have 91 pace for a lengthy card. He will have a +6 to shooting, so he's going to have like 94 shooting. 94 shooting on an 85 rated card. Even if the way it all shapes up, it's 93 shooting, I'm like pretty sure it'll be 94. You can't apply it on the website, so you can't see exactly how it'll break down. But let's say be conservative, 93 shooting and 91 pace. Okay, that's already kind of crazy. Forget the passing. I don't care really about his passing, to be honest. This is the first week or two of the game. Okay, 82 dribbling is pretty respectable, to be honest, for a card like this. And I'm not going to be that interested in boosting it. Well, again, we care about those two first stats. 85 physical. Sorry, my dog might bark for a second. Just a moment. Let me mute this. Actually, it's okay. I hope everything goes well. Hopefully you can't hear if the dog barks a tiny bit. She's getting excited over there. I would be too if I saw this Vlahovic card. So, after eventually I might want to upgrade to this Osimhen, but when you look at it, like Vlahovic is going to have 91 pace, only 3 less pace. He's going to have 3 more shooting than this Osimhen, okay? Same exact passing, about the same dribbling. Who cares about defending? And the same physicals. That Vlahovic, for some reason, is saying 85 rated. With the right chem style, he's basically almost the same, at least on paper. And he's got a more favorable accelerate style if you want to get in behind, okay? He's really on par with this 88 rated Osimhen. And this Osimhen's not going to be that cheap. Maybe he'll be kind of cheap because of links, but this is a pretty meta card in my opinion. In the beginning of the game, I want this card. So Vlahovic is going to be a perfect temporary, replacement until I can get someone like Osimhen, okay? Crazy. When you really look at it, it's kind of amazing, and no one's really highlighting this. So hopefully that's interesting to you. I want to go over a few other cards that are very interesting to me. Now, you know what we'll do? Okay, I'm gonna skip to one that I'm really excited about, and then I'm gonna come back to the center back options. Okay, let's take a look at Relentless Winger. Okay, now it's a left. They have to be a left winger. They'll get right wing ability, which is very useful for me, and the one that I'm gonna pick. I'm gonna use 1K out of my 4,600 given FC points from getting the game on this, and I may be saving the rest or most of the rest of those points to find other gems and do other evolutions like the premium versions, because I'm really liking this. Actually, at first glance I didn't think there was anything super meta and something that was super interesting to me, but once I inspected further, I really like these cards. So let me just go over, there's only one player. Let's go to you know what? I'll just scroll down. I think I'll find the card not too far down. In fact, hold on. I'm not going to bother going over all these cards. Okay? I'm just going to highlight my favorite option. Okay, right here. Jesper Karlsson. Okay? Why is this my favorite option? Well, in past videos, I mentioned how this year I've only played Ultimate Team for 1 year in the last year. Towards the end of the year, using a lot more 5-star skill players and learning how to be good with 5-star skill moves, it's become one of my top priorities in this game. Okay, the creativity, the options are awesome compared to not having a 5-star skiller. This Karlsson is basically I believe the only 5-star skiller that makes this list or that's even remotely meta. Now, watch this, okay? By the end of the evolution, this card, although it's only 83 rated on paper on the face stat, he has 87 pace, 83 shooting. 79 passing is one of the weaker parts of this card. That's fine. He only has a 3-star weak foot. Okay. But again, 5-star skill moves. Let me just go over the closest card to this in the game is an overrated Kingsley Coman. He on paper he's 85 rated. Okay. But let's try to compare these sets of stats to Jesper Karlsson. Okay. Now, for Jesper Karlsson, I don't need that for now. With Jesper Karlsson, I would be putting a hunter on this card. The reason being his agility, I believe, is going to be so high that putting any sort of chem style that even touches dribbling is pointless. But for someone like Coman, it's still within reason. And Coman's finishing is really bad. It kind of makes sense, and Coman's pace is higher. So you can justify a finisher, okay? A lot of people will give this card a finisher. So, let's take a look here. 89 pace, 85 shooting, 79 passing, 94 dribbling, 62 physicals, okay? Now, you're going to have to imagine, because I can't apply the chem style to Karlsson in this, because it's not on footbin, right? Let's take a look. They both have a 3-star weak foot, okay? 3-star weak foot, okay? They're both, I think, similar heights as well. I think Karlsson might be something like 5'10" or something like that. I'm not sure. Maybe he's not. I'd have to investigate. Tell you what, let's find out real quick. Let's check for Carl. Okay. Yep. Okay, yeah, 5'10". So they're basically the same height, probably somewhat similar body type. I would put a hunter on this card. He'll have +6 to shooting. So he'll have 89 shooting. And with a hunter, 95 pace. So he'll have 6 better pace than Coman. Oops. I haven't gotten to that part yet. Don't worry, that's not the player I'm going to highlight. Let's try to look at this. Jesper will have 6 more pace, which is massive, than Coman. He'll have 89 shooting. Coman only has 85 shooting. Coman will be a pretty expensive card because he's French and from Bayern. So he's going to be expensive because of links especially, but look at how much better this card ends up being on paper. They have the same passing, 79 passing. He's going to have his 89 dribbling. Yes, Coman's going to be a demon with dribbling the ball, 94 +5 on him. And otherwise, they have the same stats. But as far as a finisher, Jesper is going to have 4 better shooting and 6 better pace. And he's going to have 5 less dribbling. This card's value, because it's hard to link, you have to want to go Serie A to make the most use of this card. And I'm happy to do that because I'm going to show you the third player here, which is also in the Serie A as a center back and is going to be a great link with these two players. I am planning for now to go as soon as possible and upgrade this Karlsson card and Vlahovic and the third evolution I'll show you now and fill out the rest of the team with Serie A players. That's essentially what my intention is now. I'm looking forward to using basically, you use some of the points that we get. I get a better version of Coman for essentially for free, essentially. I get a replacement, a temporary solution without being able to get Osimhen yet, which is really outstanding. To get a player like Osimhen and Coman who will link for each other perfectly well, because I'm just going to go Serie A, is really valuable, considering we are all going to start with very weak teams otherwise, the way this EA web app started this year, okay? Anyways, let's move on to the third option, Pacey Protector. Okay, this is free. All the other ones are free. Only the winger version is like a premium evolution. Oh, and by the way, my intention over time is the key player I want to end up acquiring is Kvara. And so I'm going to end up having Kvara as my left winger and Karlsson as my right winger, 2 5-star skillers, always being able to make use and take advantage of 5-star skill moves. And then I'm going to have like a finisher, either being Vlahovic or Osimhen, central to finish the job, finish the play. That's the intention. The rest of the team will facilitate that goal. Okay, out of all these players, I'll show you the one I'm the biggest fan of. And once again, you cannot find another card practically like this. And it seems weird because you look at it and you go, okay, this card's an 81 rated center back as the face stat. How could it be even remotely special? How can it even be remotely meta? I know. I think literally the same thing at first glance. And then you investigate it and you go, actually, there are very few cards that will rival this in the first week or two. Maybe the second week, I don't know how quickly things are going to change, how quickly we're going to get rewards and stuff like that through season progress and after weekend league and stuff, depending on when the first weekend league is. Obviously, that could be a very different story. I might upgrade quickly from some of this. But week one, I'm not seeing many better options, especially better value. So let's highlight this. You can throw a shadow on this card because this Milenkovic is pure lengthy center back by default. So you can give this card a shadow and not worry about needing to boost the physicals to achieve a purely lengthy accelerate style, because we all know that's the most meta. At least that's what we expect to remain for EAFC 24. 79 pace goes all the way up to 87 pace. Passing, totally suitable. Way better passing than a card like Bremer. And Bremer's going to cost way, way, way more than this card. And this card has way better passing and I think way better dribbling as well. Not that it matters too much on a center back, but it's worth mentioning. By the way, they're both Serbian, right? Him and Vlahovic. So even if I make other changes to the squad, I can still link them with a total of 5 Serie A players. And them together, they will still link well in the squad. So that can be very useful. 82 defending. I don't remember right now exactly how much. Well, let's take a look. You know what? Let's just go to this guy's base card. Let's take a little look at something here. Obviously, his base card looks like trash because it is. But does it show? Okay, the only playstyle, to be fair, this card has is aerial. None of the other meta stuff. But look, this guy is 6'5", medium high, like the ideal work rates. Decent enough weak foot. Oh wait. Oh, I didn't know you can apply. You know what? I didn't realize that. Okay, I just found out right now while recording this that you can apply. You know what? Good for them. Good for them. I should have known they had an ability to do that. I haven't spent that much time on this website yet. So cool. Okay, so to answer the question I had for myself, with a shadow you get +7 defending. So with the upgraded card, okay, this guy's gonna have 88 physicals and 89 defending with 87 pace. Now, I went ahead before starting to record this and I wanted to see what cards come even close to this that are available by default. Okay. You have the best center back in the game, who will be the best center back in the game for a little while, VVD. Okay. And he should cost easily 6-figure coins, easily. I'd be shocked if it was any less than that. I can't see how it would be the case. Rudiger, with those links, one of the best center backs in the game, going to be very expensive, easily 6-figure coins, easily over 100K, both of them. Kimpembe, with the links, I'm gonna guess like at least 50K. I can't remember how much this card was last year. We could investigate that, but that's not really too much of the point right now. I think pretty expensive card. At least 25, 30K, right? At the very minimum. And then Pepe, who is like a gem if you're going to go with Portuguese league, but Liga Portugal. Let's be honest, most people aren't really looking to go that route. You can, it's feasible, don't get me wrong. It is actually feasible. But yeah, that's a great value card, to be perfectly honest. I mean, Pepe is a gem for a starter squad, true gem, like a legit starter center back. But for my purposes, being able to use a card like Jesper with the 5-star skills, being able to use Vlahovic as a finisher, this Milenkovic is an incredible fit. There are almost no other cards, and most of them are 50 to 100 to 150K coins. This card is free, essentially. Very close to it. Yes, you got to take a bit of time yeah, you got to play the game a bit. And yeah, you got to buy the base card, which should be less than 1,000 coins. I mean, if it's more than 1,000, okay, it can't be much more than that. If anything, it's going to go under the radar. I don't know if people are emphasizing this the way I'm seeing this. I'm seeing all this together. I'm seeing like a beautiful opportunity for a starter squad here. I mean, I can't wait to record some gameplay with this team. Last is not part of this whole picture with the Serie A plan, but I just want to highlight, because of my interest in Silver Stars, I'm going to go through this real quick. There's only one card that I want to use this Welcome to Evolutions for. And I'll just go right to it. I'm just going to pull it up. Let me... this card right here, 73 rated. Within a week or two, whenever the game comes out with the Silver Star game mode, I'm going to be buying my silver team. And yeah, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. You basically just get a +1. This card is 5-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, high-low work rates. Not the fastest, quite bad shooting. But again, remember, this is for like a silver game mode, right? Pretty rapid for the game mode. Great dribbling for the game mode. I probably want to put a finisher just for fun, to be honest. Shooting will go to like 71. Dribbling, I can't remember exactly what it'll go up to, but it's going to be quite fun. Pace is not crazy, but still very useful. And yeah, decent enough physicals. Nothing great, obviously. But those will be, I have these 4 evolutions in mind already. One of them I'm totally willing to put the 1K FC points into, because I already have the 4,600. I hope, especially if you made it this far, thanks for watching. Hope you're enjoying it. The videos. I'm enjoying interacting with you guys so far. I know this is the very start of these videos, and there's really only going to be a few people watching these. But I appreciate it. And I appreciate the comments, and I'm happy to respond to any sort of constructive criticism or any appreciation for some things I'm pointing out. That's obviously welcome. If you also have some gems that you really like, some players that appeal to you personally, and you want to give a shout out to them if you feel like it, or you want to highlight something about this topic, feel free. We're getting closer. The game comes out in a couple days. I'm looking forward to it. My RTG journey is going to be based around utilizing 5-star skill moves, creating some really cool creative plays, winning a lot of games, winning majority of the games. I want to build on my last year playing Ultimate Team, where I was already happy with my win rate. I was almost at 2.5 to 1 win rate for the year, and so I think for like someone who never really played Ultimate Team ever before, and only played a bit of FIFA when I was younger, and then eventually moved away from that and stuff like that. I think that was really good. I'm happy with how I did. I want to do even better. That's my goal. I'm going to end this video now. Hope you're doing well. Hope your health is good. Take care of yourself. And subscribe if you'd like to see more content like this. I want to do some deep dives and find some gems along the way, and record some interesting, fun, entertaining gameplay as well. All right, when the game comes out. So take care. Peace.